Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to What's You Up To Now, day 1439, documenting the journey, business journey, as I transition from brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business and back and forth. So today I titled this one, Why Kick a Habit? There's lots of reasons to kick a habit, right? We don't even need to talk about the reasons because the reasons why are what's important to you. We shared in the BU 365-day challenge today, day 7, the 7 Whys exercise. Now, it's the first time I've actually gotten the 7 Whys exercise to land on the 7th of a month, which happens to be my sister's birthday. Pink in honor of my sister. It's her favorite color. It's not the best color for me, but it's her favorite color, so we're going out for lunch today for her birthday. So I wanted to wear pink because I know she likes the color pink. Sidetrack, right? Side note. So the 7 Whys exercise, I've talked about it, I'm sure, in this segment before because I've done it a lot over the last 2 years. In January of 2020, I learned this from Dean Graziosi, and it takes the 5 Why exercise, which is a tool or the process of asking yourself, you think about something you want, and then you ask yourself a series of 5 reasons why do you want it. Why do I want this? Well, why do I want that? Well, why do I want that? And Dean learned probably from the Genius Network. I don't remember. I think that seems right to me, but I could be wrong. Anyway, he was talking about sharing this exercise as part of a training I was doing with him. And of course, he said at first he was skeptical, as I was when I did it for the first time, that adding 2 more whys, going 2 more deep, would make any difference whatsoever. But what I found, and what he found as well, is that adding those 2 more whys really gets down to opening us up more in terms of what the real basis is. It allows us to get into deeper things that we might have totally forgotten about. I've done it a couple of times where I've remembered things from my childhood that I didn't consciously even remember, but it triggered something in my subconscious to remind me of an experience I had when I was like a little kid, like kindergarten, 2nd grade. One was in 4th grade. I'm like, what? I had no conscious recollection of any of these experiences, but by going through this exercise and just asking a couple more whys, I got at those things that I could finally look at and say, okay, well, as a 2nd grader, I see why I decided this and made this choice, but now I'm a 60-year-old or 61 or almost 62-year-old. Does that hold true anymore? Is that true of me, or is that true of where I was when I was, 8 years old versus 60? No, it's totally different ballgame, right? So I can now choose and decide how I want to react, how I want to respond to that thing. So love the 7 Why exercise. We'll continue to share it. I'll probably share it every month this year as part of the BU 365-day challenge. As we focus on different areas and aspects of our life, it only makes sense to say, well, what do I want in this area of my life? Well, why do I want that? Because that gives us the understanding, the motivation to really kick a habit and go after what we want. A lot of our habits are because of beliefs and behaviors and just habitual ways of being, routine ways of behaving based on thoughts and beliefs that we've had for our entire life that are often not founded in anything factual. They're just based on experiences we've had that impacted us and caused us to make decisions and choices and then pile thoughts and beliefs and experiences on top of that so it became true for us, even though it was never really true in the first place. Like, think of an example. The 2nd grade one that I came up with doing this exercise was that I didn't want to feel stupid. In 2nd grade, I was put in the 2nd reading group. We had, back then we had reading, and kids were put in reading groups based on how well they could read. And we all knew that the 2nd reading group was the dumb kids, or the kids that weren't good readers and not smart enough. Well, it wasn't until 4th grade I discovered that I couldn't see anything. I was like, my eyes and my vision were so bad. I thought that things just, that, as a kid, it's like our beliefs. We just think that what we see is true and what everybody else sees. And it wasn't until 4th grade that everybody realized that I couldn't see anything. I never could see the blackboard. I couldn't see anything. And that's why in 2nd grade I got put in the 2nd reading group, because I couldn't see the board. I couldn't see anything. And I didn't know that until 4th grade, which was, again, couple things I've learned and uncovered by doing this 7Y exercise. And once I got glasses, whoa, lo and behold, boom, my reading took off, and all of a sudden I was, a straight A student and getting everything done and learned to read really, really quickly and easily. And it was interesting because I could read the stuff up close, but I couldn't read the board or the things far away. And so I'm surprised it took till 4th grade before I figured that out, because my dad wore glasses. I should have known that the half of us in the family would need glasses, half of us wouldn't. And now I'm legally blind, so vision is it just is what it is. And so I do things to compensate for that. We all do. We all have strengths and improvement areas, or strengths and weaknesses that we need to either compensate for or build up areas. And I always say, instead of fixing what we think is wrong with us, which is the era I grew up in. I grew up in the corporate world where, excuse me, feedback was given on all the things you did wrong, right? You'd hear a couple things you did right, but for the most part, feedback sessions in corporate America were a chance for other people to vent and bitch and moan about what they didn't like about you, which that was my experience with it, until I chose to take on that process and change it for myself and the people that I work with and led through corporate organizations. And we did 360-degree feedback, and we just blew up how we did feedback and how we got feedback from different people and different peers, so that we got team and balanced feedback and feedback from a group of people, not just the boss giving you feedback based on, not usually experience, but things they'd heard from other people, right? And depending on the corporate environment, some corporate environments are super duper healthy, some are really, really dysfunctional, like the rest of the world, right? We think that it goes away after school and high school, and it doesn't. It just gets worse, and it's grown-ups behaving in ways that are unbelievable instead of kids. Kids, we can say, oh, they're young, they don't know better. But when adults behave in the same way, why are we making excuses for them? Why are we making excuses for people that bully other people? Why are we making excuses for people that harass and harm other people? Why are we making excuses for people that are unkind or unethical or greedy or selfish? And there's a difference between self-love, taking care of yourself, and being selfish. And we all know the difference. They totally feel different. All right, so I'm off my soapbox now. So kick a habit was our topic today for Supersize Your Business, and I shared 14 different ways to kick a habit. And really it all boils down to the 3 R's: remind, routine, and reward, right? So we talked about that. 17 below this morning when I got up, so I don't know what the wind chill is, but I have a feeling it's really, really cold out. And like I said, we're going out for my sister's birthday for lunch, and the only thing that would get me out of my nice, warm, cozy house today at this temperature is my youngest sister's birthday. It's always fun to celebrate with her, and we don't usually get to because lots of reasons, but I guess we usually get to go to lunch, but not every year, so it's fun that we can all go. All right, that's all I've got. If I can help you in any way, business questions, online or offline, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.